Is going to reveal a new console. Oh wow, every guess will be overpriced, underpowered, and there'll be bad Pokemon game on it. Yet another Mario game and Animal Crossing game. Why is Nintendo so boring now? What happened to innovation? Oh yes, these people, okay. The problem with gaming outside of VR, okay, which again VR isn't really too popular, almost everything has already been done before, okay? Like, what's Nintendo gonna come up with? Unless they want to do VR, I know Nintendo's not gonna do VR because of what happened to the Virtual Boy, but, outside of VR, which is still pretty unpopular and still pretty expensive, what's Nintendo gonna do? Okay, like, is Nintendo really gonna say, oh yes, let's make in our next game super innovative because of reasons, and alienate a lot of the favorites? And the problem with Nintendo, and Nintendo innovates too much, okay? There's a whole video about how why innovation doesn't sell. Like, people really want gaming industry to innovate, but the problem is stuff that is innovative doesn't sell. Okay, stuff that is unique, innovative, and cool does not really sell all too well. Okay, for example, some of the most popular games of all time, or some of the highest rated games of all time, was seen as innovative, like Bioshock, 1 and 2, and Ocarina of Time did not really sell too well compared to Call of Duty did. And it's funny, people claim that the average gamer wants innovation in gaming. But it's really just the neckbeards that want innovation in gaming. And most of the normies, your typical people, who play games casually, are not gonna care of stuff that's innovative. They're gonna consume what they're gonna, kind of like the film industry. Why is the film industry struggling despite so many innovative movies and unique movies coming out? And you'd think of more innovative movies coming out and more unique and interesting movies, coming out, that the movie industry will be flourishing. But guess what? Look at the movie industry. The movie industry's best-selling movies are all sequels, prequels, and reboots. Okay, nothing original is in the top 10. Okay, nothing original, not really any nothing that's not a part of a franchise. The last hurrah for non-franchise movies, I think, was Oppenheimer, and that released in 2023. This last year had almost no hurrahs for non-franchise movies, outside maybe The Wild Robot by DreamWorks, and also It Ends With Us also as well. But outside of, the typical franchise stuff we usually see every year, most of the highest selling, highest grossing movies of last year were of franchise movies. It looks like this trend will continue as there are tons of non-franchise movies coming out on, January, February, March, but it looks like those movies are not going to make that much money, which means Hollywood and the theaters are going to lose lots of money on them. And you can say the same about the gaming industry. Okay, let's just say a new developer creates a game similar to GTA, but has unique ideas. Oh, GTA 6 is coming. Oh, more people are excited for GTA 6? Oops, sorry. But at least the gaming industry, at least indie games, are keeping the gaming industry innovative. And there are actually some new IPs that do very well in the gaming industry, like Palworld as well. Not Back with Wukong, that's based off a Chinese folklore story. Same thing with Marvel Rivals. But even then, the gaming industry is suffering the same problem. Look at two of the most successful games of the year. Back with Wukong, which is based off a Chinese folklore tale, okay, and Marvel Rivals, well, the name and franchise speaks for itself. It's part of the Marvel franchise. Same thing with games like Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, Sonic Arrow Generations, and some of the other games that did pretty well this year. And also Mario Party Jamboree. Well, guess what? All three of those are part of a franchise. And it's the same problem with the movie industry. The problem is, when it comes to quote-unquote innovation, also Call of Duty and, the typical sports games that release every year that did pretty well as well. But the problem with the movie and film industry, and also the gaming industry, is the fact that more people care about existing franchises than care about new IPs and new series. Okay, a new IP was always going to struggle. Okay, especially Concord. Okay, like, I know a lot of the reason that game flopped because of it was a very woke game. Okay, but possibly the reason why it flopped was because it released in a market full of already existing games, already existing franchises like Fortnite, and stuff, Overwatch and many more. It's gonna take the large franchises to really break through now. Okay, because Concord was not part of a franchise. It was extremely woke, and it was destined to fail because of that. Okay, But Spider-Man was also woke, and that game sold 10 million copies. It really shows you the power of the franchise, I keep trying to tell people this. The reason why the gaming industry and the movie industry isn't innovative anymore is because, first of all, a lot of the innovative movies and games do not sell. Okay? A lot of the more creative movies and games that really show the artists and teams' creativity do not sell, but the next Godzilla, the next Deadpool, the next Mario game, the next Call of Duty, those are always going to sell regardless. Those are safe bets. Which is why Nintendo hasn't really made new IPs. It's because Nintendo says, hey, we have all these franchises we have. Why don't we just continue with the existing franchises? It's the same thing with Disney. Why make something new where we've stayed on all these franchises and let's make more, and people can complain all they want, like, why are we getting these sequels, prequels, and reboots? Look at the highest grossing movies of the year. Just look at it. Look at the 10 highest grossing movies of 2024. Or the 10 highest grossing movies of 2023, 2022. Heck, even go back to 2014. Almost every single movie is a part of a franchise, part of an ongoing franchise as well. So, for those people who mind about original things, which I get is, not just the gaming industry, the movie industry as well. Like, there was multiple video essays about what happened in the non-franchise mid-budget movies. They still exist. They just don't make money anymore because people are just going to invest in the next Deadpool. Okay, if Star Wars is made in 2025, it'll either be relegated to a Netflix or Disney Plus movie, and it might find a cult following now, or it will release in the theaters against, let's just say, Deadpool and Wolverine, or Despicable Me 4, and be trounced by those two movies. And let's just say it's just the original Star Wars movie, but with just modern technology and modern CGI as well. Star Wars may make a bit of money and may gain a cult following, but the reason why Star Wars was so successful back in the day, because there wasn't all these pre-existing franchises we have now. Okay? And there was once again movies like Despicable Me 4, Inside Out 2, and Twisters, and Deadpool and Wolverine. For all these major franchise movies, Star Wars would have flopped. Just that simple. And I still understand why people can't see this. If you guys really want innovation back, why don't you give the non-franchise movies and non-franchise games a chance? The new IPs a chance, because Nintendo has made many, many new IPs throughout the decades. Okay, Nintendo has existed, but there are so many obscure Nintendo IPs that people just don't talk about, like Custom Robo, CP Robo, and Advance Wars, and F-Zero, and many, many more, as well. Heck, even the Smash Bros. Discourse. Like, Nintendo has so many franchises they have not represented in Smash Bros. At all, but we want Crash Bandicoot in Smash Bros. It really shows you how much power the franchise really has over everything else. Goodbye.